Hello there.
Hey guys, so today's video is going to just be me. So really not a nerdy couple. It's really just a singular. Oh. But Pat is working right now and is working until 6 a.m. in the morning, so he is not going to be in this video. I wanted to make this video because I wanted you guys to know that we're still a thing and this is still going to be something that we're going to be doing. But right now is really hard for us to film anything because we're going through a big move, and all of our life, as you can tell, there's nothing on the walls or anything. Our whole life is in like boxes and in our cars, and we're trying to just transport everything that we can. So we're dedicating a lot of time to that. And also Pat works nights and I work days, so we get to see each other sometimes for like a glimpse of an hour in a day. So really we're not gonna like, I'm sorry, my dog is very inconsiderate. But it's very hard for our schedules to work together and for us to do anything about it. It's very hard for our schedules to work together and for us to make videos during that time. So I just wanted to get this out to you guys to know that we still exist, we're still a thing. Well, I'm still a thing. We don't know about Pat. I'm sorry. I'm getting a text, that's quite rude. I'm with my friends on the YouTube. Well, so since it's just me today, I wanted to make today all about girl power. And so I just have 3 different topics in the nerd world, I guess, that I can talk about that only involve girls. Okay, so my first topic is going to be about Wonder Woman 2, the date being released, and I am so excited for this movie. The first one was so good. I loved it. So good. So good. Loved it. I didn't know anything about her backstory at all, so it was really cool to see that. And I'm not a huge like superhero movie fan, as I'm wearing a Spider-Man shirt, I know, but Spider-Man is my favorite. I've seen all the Spider-Man movies, but I really liked the Wonder Woman movie a lot, and so anything that she's in, I will watch. It was so good. Loved it. So Girl Power, that comes out in December 19th of 2019, so we have a little bit of time to wait, but I am excited nonetheless. So for number 2 is going to be the Horizon Zero Dawn DLC. Is coming out the end of this year. The trailer is on IGN. I will put that link below if you want to see that. And I watched it, and it's really short. It's only like a minute and like 30 seconds long, so it's really not a long trailer, but it's just cool to see Aloy again. Horizon Zero Dawn, if you haven't played it, you should. It has such a good storyline. A lot of video games you can play as like, a player, and then you have to like, you beat the story mode and then you can play like these other little things. But Horizon Zero Dawn has such a good like story that it's like watching a movie and playing the game. When I bought it for Pat as a present, I didn't realize that I would be immersing myself into the game as well. Usually if Pat gets a game, he plays it and then will tell me about it afterwards. But him playing that game, it got to the point where I wouldn't let him play unless I was there to see it, because I loved the story that much. And I remember one time I fell asleep while he was playing it, and the next morning I was like, please tell me what happened. I want to know what went on. And then, so yeah. So anything I missed, if there was any time that he played it and I wasn't there, I made him update me because the story was so good. But that's in this video about girl power, because Aloy is such a strong like character. She's a badass. Am I allowed to swear? I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. I swore. But I think she is such a strong character, and I think it's really cool that it's a game you have to play as a girl and you can't pick a guy or a girl. And so number 3 on my list is Forces of Destiny from Star Wars. If you don't know what that is, they are little clips that Disney released They're animated clips, and they're all involving female roles in the Star Wars universe. So they're very short. They're like at most I think 2 minutes long, and they just involve something that character did, and a little adventure they went on, something, and they're all canon. So some of them involve the ones that they just released this past time. They're going to be releasing more in October, but these ones included Padme, Ahsoka, Rey, Sabine, and Leia. I don't think I'm missing any more. If I am, I'm gonna put it up here. But yeah, so each one was so good. Even though they're really short, it's just cool to see characters like that again. Seeing more of Padme and Leia and Ahsoka are really cool. We're going to be seeing a ton of Rey, but just seeing those characters that you don't see really anymore was just kind of cool. It's like a little reunion. It's kind of cool to see them again. But I wanted to talk about this because Forces of Destiny is getting a lot of hate. I don't know why. I don't know why it's getting hate. I mean, there are reasons that people are giving it hate, and I will explain those. But I don't understand why anything from Star Wars would receive hate. I mean, yes, there's people that probably don't like it, but even some of the fans of Star Wars are like saying that this was so ridiculous. I'm sorry. And people are like so upset with these, mini series. I don't understand why. So these Forces of Destiny things are meant for children, and they are lead female roles. They're only 2 minutes long, and they're very basic like adventures that these characters have gone on, and they're getting so much hate because people think they're stupid because they're short. People think they're too babyish, and people are upset that there's no men in it. So I think people are upset because there's nothing to dive into. There's no theories behind any of these things. There's nothing for them to, dive in and be like, why was this dress blue? Maybe it meant that Palpatine was, like, I don't know. There's just so many things that people will dive into in Star Wars, which I know, I do it, but there's nothing to do that in Forces of Destiny. They're meant for children, and people are upset that like this, but aren't you happy that Star Wars is so universal that anybody can watch it? Like, hey, let's be happy for it. Come on. And anybody can watch, a film or a clip with a female, leader in it. People boys, males played Horizon Zero Dawn and still liked it, even though they only could play as a woman. Okay, I don't understand why we're upset because girls are the lead. But if you're a true Star Wars fan, you like whatever Star Wars puts out. And honestly, there's nothing to hate about these clips. If you don't want to watch them because they're too babyish, don't watch them. They're meant for children. They're meant for children of all ages to enjoy Star Wars. It's meant to grab some of the little girls, make some more nerdy girls like me, and they're starting at a young age. I know that my sister enjoys them, and she's 12, and truly, they're just meant to be fun. They're not meant to hate on. Like, there's so many other things you could like hate on in this world. But so yeah, so that's my little rant. I'm done. So girl power, as always. I miss you, Pat. I wish you were here. I wish you weren't at work. And for all of you viewers out there, we probably have like 2, but for you guys watching, just stay patient with us. We're gonna put something out there, I promise, soon, the 2 of us. And until then, you have me, so keep your eyes up, Guardian.